Mr. Chair, you are live.
All right, thank you, Julian. Good evening, everybody. We'll call to order the regularly scheduled meeting of the Alcoholic Beverage Control Board. Today is Wednesday, April 5th, 2023, excuse me, and we'll call it 7:03 p.m. All board members are present, which include Vice Chair Kia Baskerville, Dick Peterson, Ryan Chitwood, and Claire Conger. Also with us tonight, we have City Attorney Mike Lyles and Deputy City Clerk Cynthia Gaines. First item on the agenda, has the board had the opportunity to review the minutes of our last meeting, which was March 1st, 2023? If so, any additions, corrections, or modifications?
I move they be accepted.
I'll second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The minutes will then stand as approved. Before we get into our regular business, we'll state that since this is a virtual hearing, anybody who wishes to submit public testimony may do so by way of written testimony, which will be submitted as part of the official record. Anyone wishing to do so may do so by going to www.annapolis.gov/ABC. For anybody who's looked at the agenda tonight, there's several items that I think for economy's sake, we'll combine, and I will announce those combinations when we get to them. But first item on the agenda, we have an application for consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property at the Stanton Center for a baby shower, which is scheduled on April 8th, 2023, from 3 p.m. to 12 midnight by Onito Zalin. I'm sure I pronounced that incorrectly. Last name is spelled Xalin, located at 92 West Washington Street, Annapolis 21401. And I see somebody here. Nito, are you there? Can you hear us? You there?
Just unmuted, so.
Yeah, just unmuted. I just can't. Oh, we got a hand raised. Can you turn the camera on?
I've moved them forward, Mr. Chair, but they haven't accepted it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like there might be something wrong with their microphone. Yeah.
Okay. Julian, we might just give it another, 45 seconds or so. And if they can't figure it out, I don't know if you have contact information for them.
Yeah, Cindy, do you have a number for them that you can send me?
Yeah.
I got a cell phone on their application if you want it, Julian. But I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Maybe Cindy can email it to you or something.
What is there to eat?
I'm on a meeting, guys.
All right. Well, if everybody's all right with it, we'll move on to the next one, and maybe Cindy can get Julian that number, and we can call and see if we can hook up with these folks later. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So remind me to come back to that one, but we'll move forward, and I'm going to combine item 3, 4, and 5 on tonight's agenda. These are all requests from the American Legion, open to the public events. The first is a request for public event number 1 for the American Legion Expo, scheduled Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from noon to midnight. The second is for an open to the public event number 2 by the American Legion for a music fest, which is scheduled for Saturday, the 17th of June, 2023 from 8 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. And the third is another open to the public event number 3, which is Dance with a Band, scheduled for Saturday, August 12th, 2023, 8 p.m. to 12:30 a.m., all taking place at 1707 Forest Drive, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403. And I saw we had Gunny here earlier.
Yep, still here.
Yeah, there you are. Okay, all right, front and center. If you could give us your full name and address for the record, Mr. Jones, and then we'll let you tell us about these 3 events, okay?
Okay. My name is Curtis D. Jones. I live at 1400 Bretton View Road, Annapolis, Maryland, 21409.
All right, go ahead and tell us about these 3 requests.
Basically, they're being used as fundraisers, and we will have security on site, more than one person. And he's licensed and bonded. And I will be there for every event except for the one in June. It's been on a date in June because I'm actually going out of the country. If you can give me the date for the one in June, I can tell you.
It's June 17th, 2023.
Oh, yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back by then. So I make it a point to be at all the events just in case. And most of the time they don't know when I'm showing up. I just appear.
All right. What are you doing for carding procedures for all these events?
Everyone's carded at the door when they come in, and we give them wristbands. So that's done by the security guy, and he checks everybody's ID. He checks also if they're wanted. We use a metal detector to make sure no one brings any weapons in.
All right, and I know you've had a bunch of open to the public events in the prior years. Have you had any issues with them?
When you say the prior years, you're talking about?
Last year, I know you've had some open to the public events. Year before
Right.
that, you've had a couple as well. And I'm assuming these are kind of the same setup. My question is just, have you had any issues in the past?
No, the only issue we had, it wasn't an event. That was when that shooting took place.
Okay.
And so that was, the judge didn't blame anyone at the American, he blamed the individual itself. Because he actually shot at the guy under the camera and didn't know there was a camera there. And they took that footage to court.
All right.
And we have cameras all around the building, even in the inside. Inside the hall, I have 3 cameras to see. I can see the entire hall from any angle, just about.
Okay. Does the board have any questions about these 3 requests?
I have to assume, Gunny, that you run a pretty tight ship there.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like me, but that's okay. I don't have to go home to them.
Actually, I do have one question. And I apologize now if you hear my dogs barking in the background, but you said you'd be in town. I heard something. I heard the first event that you're having. I thought I heard Mr. Praley, Chairman Praley, say June 17th, but it's actually April 15th. Did I completely mishear that? Are you in town for April 15th?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm going out of town the first week of June, June the 3rd.
Oh,
And
perfect. Okay.
And I won't be back until June the 15th.
Okay.
So that's why I asked the date for the one in
That's where
June.
it is. All right.
Yeah, he
perfect.
had said that he might not be there in June because he was going out of town. So he asked me what the date
Okay.
was for the event, but stated for the record that he was going to be back. So
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually taking a cruise down the Greek Isles.
Okay. We didn't, don't make us jealous. We didn't ask for all that.
Hey, you got to be real and real. So I'm real.
Great.
Chairman,
And then everything's inside the building, right? You're not doing anything. There's no, in terms of the
No,
music.
nothing outside. Except
so
for the
the
expo. The
no
expo is,
extra noise for the neighbors.
oh, no, not at night. No. I have a problem with that myself. So I make sure that I believe in controlling the noise level.
I motion we approve.
second.
A second.
all right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, Gunny, your requests are granted. Have fun.
Okay. And by the way, this Friday we're having fish, fried fish. You know, it's Good Friday. So if you want some nice fried fish and some vegetables, pop on down Friday.
All right, appreciate the invite.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Always. You're welcome.
All right. The next several items we have deal with 2 real events. One is Dinner Under the Stars. The second is the First Sunday Arts Festival. So first, they're the same applicants. First, we'll hear from all the Dinner Under the Stars, and then next we'll do all of the First Sunday Arts Festivals. So first, we'll combine items 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. These are all requests to extend sidewalk cafes for the service of food and the consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property with live music by Stan and Joe's, Luna Blue, Ram's Head, 49 West, Tsunami, and Picante. These are all for dinner under the stars, which are scheduled for April 22nd, May 3rd, 6th, 10th, 13th, 17th, 20th, 24th, 27th, 31st, June 3rd, 7th, 10th, 14th, 17th, 21st, 24th, 28th, July 1st, 5th, 8th, 12th, 15th, 19th, 22nd, 26th, 29th, August 2nd, 5th, 9th, 12th, 16th, 19th, 23rd, 26th, 30th, September 2nd, 6th, 9th, 13th, 16th, 20th, 23rd, 27th, and 30th, October 4th, 7th, 11th, 14th, 18th, and 21st, 2023. These are all from 3 p.m. To 11 p.m. On West Street, sponsored by the Inner West Street Association. So if we'll ask everybody who's present, representing Stan and Joe's, Luna Blue, Ram's Head, 49 West, Tsunami, and Picante to be pulled forward. It looks like we got everybody. Fantastic. And so I'm going to ask everybody to state their name and their address for the record. I'm just going to kind of go in my Zoom order here. So I'll start with Jody. If you could do that first for us, please.
Good evening, panel and liquor board chairman. My name is Jody Danek with Tsunami at 51 West Street. I'm head of the Inner West Street Association that puts on the events at First Sundays and Dining Under the Stars. And I believe we have everybody else here that's representing, including a new restaurant that we're super excited about, Picante, joining us. And that's all I guess you need my address.
Yeah, that's all I need from you now. Are you going to be presenting for everybody, Jody?
I think either myself or Audrey Lee. It's just easier that way. I know
Okay.
you guys like to have somebody from each organization on the call.
Yep. Okay, great. And we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Audrey, if you could give us your name and address for the record and who you're here on behalf of.
Audrey Lee. I'm at 1317 St. Stephen's Church Road, Crownsville, Maryland. And I'm here with the Inner West Street Association. I'm the event manager.
Great, thank you. Sarah, if you could do the same, please.
You're muted, Sarah.
All right, you're still muted.
Okay.
There we go.
There you are.
Can you hear me now? Okay. My name is Sarah Callahan. I'm here on behalf of 49 West Coffee House. I'm also a member of the Inner West Street Association. And I live at 1130 Tyler Avenue, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403.
All right, thank you. Aaron, same thing, please.
Aaron, you're muted.
Oh.
Remember to mute it.
You're still muted.
Maybe Mr. Donahue, since he's not muted, could just
Yeah,
give
we'll
his
let Pat
name
do his.
and we'll go back to Aaron and just keep this thing rolling.
Yeah.
Hi, hello, everybody. Mr. Praley, thanks. Pat Donahue with Picante, and we're excited to be part of the events of the spring, summer, and fall, and we are members of the association.
All right, and just your address too, Mr. Donahue, if you don't
Sure,
mind.
48 West Street.
Great, thank you. Aaron, how's that mute? She looks frozen now.
Yeah, there's also a Kyle Muhauser on as well.
Okay.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry. I'm
Okay, no
having
problem.
terrible reception. I'm sorry, guys. Hi, Erin Dryden, Luna Blue, also board member of the Inner West Street Association. Luna Blue is at 36 West Street in Annapolis. My address is 904 Bank Street, Annapolis, 21403. Happy to be
great.
here. Excited about our events again. Thank you, guys. I'll mute out, hopefully.
Absolutely. Thanks, Aaron. Kyle, if you could do the same thing, please.
Kyle Muehlhauser with the Ram's Head Tavern. Address is 409 Grinstead Road, Severna Park, Maryland, 21146.
Okay, great. And Julian, do we have Joe McGovern, is he on here?
No, it does not look like he is.
Okay, Audrey, do you mind speaking or representing Joe McGovern for the sole purpose of this?
Sure.
Since he isn't here. I'm surprised he's not here. He normally is
Me
at every
too.
one of our meetings, but we'll let you kind of speak on his behalf if there's anything to add. So thank you guys for doing that. That is the hardest part of this part of the hearing. So if you all just want to have a representative, let us know what you're seeking, what you're looking for. I'm assuming not much has changed from the years past when you've done this, but we'll turn the floor over to all of you. Jody or Audrey, if you want to take a lead on that, that would probably be best.
Either way. Well, for
Hey,
the
Audrey, why
restaurants,
don't I start
Go
out and then
ahead.
you can add anything that I missed. So
Okay.
this is the same lineup that we've done every year with Dining on the Stars and First Sundays. And we are super excited to get things rolling again. We have Audrey Lee, that's in her second year as our executive director of Inner West Street Association, and she's really taken the events to another level of security and organization and success. So we're happy to get the spring started. I don't believe anything's changed other than we're going to be adding Picante to the lineup. You know, it'll be the same sense of security and the same liquor license rules and regulations that we always follow with our sidewalk cafes. So we have extended a couple extra Wednesdays and Saturdays into October, the end of September, the beginning of October, just in case we want to use them. A lot of our guests say, why aren't you doing it in, you know, during the first week of boat show, or why aren't you doing it here and there? So rather than come back to the liquor board, you know, and have to suggest it, we just added those dates just in case. This same thing with the Chocolate Binge Festival and the rain date there.
Okay.
Audrey, did I miss anything? I'm sorry,
No,
Mr. Fraley, if I'm combining both events. Should I be separating them?
Yeah, I mean, these are just going to be for the Dining Under the Stars. We'll turn to First Sunday next. I know they're pretty much the same, but just for the record, I want to separate the two.
Okay. All right, great.
yeah, I mean, that pretty much wraps up Dining Under the Stars. So I don't have anything else to add.
All right, well, let's see if the board has any questions. Do any board members have any questions about the Dining Under the Stars events?
I do. Who are you using for your security?
United Security?
They're licensed and bonded?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Any additional questions from any board members?
I move that
I'll
we,
second.
Count that as a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
I,
Aye.
All right,
Sorry.
your requests are granted for Dinner Under the Stars. So next,
Mr. Chair,
yes,
for the record, we will need a motion made in English for the record, please.
okay, in English.
try in English. I move that we accept the Dining Under the Stars as an approval.
I
Is there a
second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 All right, these requests are granted. We'll now turn to the First Sunday Arts Festival. We'll combine items 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, and 17 on the agenda. These are requests to extend sidewalk cafe seating for the service of food and consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property with live music for the First Sunday Arts Festival. These requests are being made by Stan and Joe's Luna Blue, Ram's Head 49 West, Tsunami, and Picante again. The dates are May 7th, June 4th, July 2nd, August 6th, September 3rd, October 1st, November 5th, and December 3rd, 2023, with a rain date of December 10th, 2023, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. On West Street, sponsored by the Inner West Street Association. I'm not going to make everybody go through the name and addresses for the record. I would let the record reflect that the same individuals present on behalf of each establishment are also present for this as well. So with that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Danik again for a brief synopsis of these requests.
Thank you, Chairman and Board. Actually, Audrey, if you'd like to speak on behalf of First Sundays, you probably have a better grasp since you've been dealing with all the vendors and any differences we might have.
Sure, exactly. So it's pretty much the same as last year. We are extending an area of vendors to the First Sunday Arts Festival with the Truist Bank Lot and the Arundel Center. So it's going to be quite exciting. We have additional almost 35 vendors coming. And again, we have the security system in place, and the cafe restaurants will be having cafe dining outside for everybody with live music. So it should be a great, great, great year.
All right. And aside from the extra vendors, is there anything that's changed from the years past?
Nope, exactly the same.
Okay. All right. Does the board have any questions regarding these requests?
First of all, I just want to say you guys always do your due diligence. I appreciate that. We all do. For the record, just so we all know that your servers or bartenders, anyone who is going to be delivering or pouring alcohol, are tip certified.
All right. Seeing thumbs up and nods in the affirmative. So that's
all right.
Any additional questions from the board?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I motion we accept or approve.
I'll
is there a
second.
All right. Motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 All right. Your requests are granted. Thanks, guys, for being here
Thank
tonight.
you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Board. Thanks for all you do.
Take care.
Thank you.
Good night, Joe.
All right.
Mr.
Next.
Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I see we still have Miss Leon on here and her hands up.
Yeah, Julian, have we made progress with
I'm afraid not. I'd called them, but it said it wasn't in service. I just emailed them to see if they can reach out to me.
Okay. All right. Can we pull them
Seems
back?
like they're still, I've been leaving them there just in case it does work.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, not a problem. But Dick, thank you for keeping me honest and pulling me back on that one. Yeah, Cindy, what's up?
I just wanted to tell Julian I did find another number, so I'm going to email him right now.
Great. Thanks, Cindy.
Okay. All right. Onward, we will move to item number 18 on our agenda tonight. We have an application for a special Class C one-day liquor license, beer only, including live music, to St. John's College for the 2023 Annapolis Cup, scheduled for Saturday, April 15th, 2023, from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Location 60 College Avenue, Annapolis 21401. And I see Miss Glacken here. All right, if you both could go off mute and introduce yourselves and give us your address for the record too, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. My name is Meredith Glacken, and I'm joined by my colleague, Haley Ford, who is the Assistant Director of Development at St. John's College. I live at 133 Main Street in Annapolis. And Haley?
I live at 33 Maryland Avenue.
And St. John's College is located at 60 College Avenue.
All right, great. And just a quick question. Is this an application? Are you looking for beer, wine, and liquor, or just beer?
Beer and wine.
Beer and wine. Okay, beer and wine only. Got it. All right. All right. Well, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about this request?
Sure. Well, St. John's is excited to host the annual Annapolis Cup croquet match. It's a tradition for both institutions and also for the city of Annapolis. We're planning for doors to open at 10:30 and food service to begin at the same time. Bars will open at 11:15 and last call for alcohol will be at 4 p.m. And we're expecting approximately 3,500 guests to attend, and that'll include members of the St. John's and U.S. Naval Academy, students, faculty, staff, family, and alumni, along with invited members of the Annapolis community as well. Before the event, we're setting up a controlled perimeter that's comprised of bike rack barricade around that front lawn area where the event will be held. And we'll reinforce that in a few areas with some snow fencing along College Avenue, the Greenfield Library, and the Pinckney building. We have hired 7 off-duty Capitol Police officers and 13 professional security personnel to conduct our bag and ID checks for the day, as well as 10 Annapolis City Police officers who have agreed to patrol the event throughout the day. During the bag checks, we will not be allowing guests to bring in their own alcohol or any unsealed beverage containers. And then I should mention too, we'll also have 2 bike paramedics on duty that day as well in the event that there's a need for first aid or medical attention. When guests arrive, they'll be wristbanded upon entry by those same police and security personnel. And guests under 21 will be given orange wristbands that identify them to the bartender serving alcohol as under the age of 21. Wristbands are also going to serve as point of sale for the day for all guests. And in an abundance of caution, our orange under 21 wristbands are equipped with RFID chips that prevent guests from under 21 from processing alcoholic beverage purchases, and then prompt bartenders to refuse service to anyone under 21 who tries to make that attempt. We've hired 16 professional tip certified bartenders for the day to serve beverages to guests, and people can only purchase a maximum of 2 alcoholic beverages per transaction. In addition, we've cited water stations and food vendors in close proximity to the bar areas, just to encourage all of our guests that day to eat and drink water. And then one other thing, in addition to our campus, our campus police force, in collaboration with the Naval Academy's Volunteer Security Force Shipmate, will also be patrolling the front lawn just to ensure the added safety of all of our guests during the whole event.
All right. Pretty much the same setup as last year, right?
Yes, a little bit smaller.
Okay, a little bit smaller.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you have any issues last year with intoxicated people or anything board should be aware of?
The event actually took place at the U.S. Naval Academy campus.
Okay.
But in the years prior, I don't know, Haley, can you speak to that?
Yeah, we did our best to mitigate any emergency situations and had security patrolling, had spot checks on wristbands, and looked out for underage drinking and things like that. So we do our best to keep an eye out for those type of things and prevent them at the start.
All right, that's what we like to hear. Does the board have any questions? Dick, you're muted.
Sorry about that. My understanding is this year you are not open to the public.
That's correct. We are invitation only.
Okay. This first time, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm curious, technology wise, with the orange wristbands, are those, how does that actually work? I mean, when they receive a wristband, I mean, do they have to register? And then if they try and go buy alcohol, how does that warn anyone that they shouldn't be doing that?
Yes, it's a good question. They do have to register. All guests have to register for their wristbands. They input their birthday. And then we also double check when we do the ID checks for that day. The technology in the orange wristbands specifically will prevent the purchase of alcohol for any guest under 21 who makes the attempt. So we did that just, again, out of an abundance of caution. In the event that the bartender makes a mistake, gets distracted, doesn't see the orange wristband on the 2-sided point of sale terminal, pop-up will actually come up and prompt them to refuse sale to that customer.
Might be setting a precedent for the future of the city. Very, very smart. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Oh, I motion to approve.
Second.
I'll second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, your request is granted. Have fun, guys.
Good
Thank
luck.
you very much.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Enjoy. Thanks for being so thorough. Appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, I believe I have Mr. Onito now.
I'm sorry, Julian?
I believe we have Mr. Onito now.
Mr. Anita, are you there?
It's muted.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Okay,
Let me recall the second item on our agenda tonight, which was an application for consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property, the Stanton Center with music for a baby shower. This is scheduled for Saturday, April 8th, 2023 from 3 p.m. to 12 midnight, 92 West Washington Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. Sir, I'm just going to ask you to state your full name and give us your address for the record, please.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for waiting me again. My name is Onido Leon Shalin. I live at 1033 Martha Court, apartment 3C, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403.
All right, thank you. If you could just tell us about this party that you're planning on throwing.
So yeah, so we have a baby shower from my girl on Saturday, which plans to be a surprise for her. So yeah, it's scheduled from 3 to midnight. So people is gonna start getting there like 5 to 10:30. So we have like the extra time just to clean up, and all that.
Okay, you're expecting about 180 people?
Yeah, so we maxed that out, but that's like probably less than that. But we just decided to go with that number.
Okay, how the majority of the people, are they going to be over the age of 21?
No, we're actually gonna have some kids there.
Okay.
So to play games.
All right. What are you gonna do to make sure that those kids don't jump into the beer cooler?
No, so we're not gonna have a beer cooler like right there, like for self-serve. We're gonna have somebody standing like on a table and like go ask for a beer. But also at the door we have a security guy who's gonna card them, and so that way we make sure that the person that is getting the beer. And I'm also tip certified, so it's like over 21.
Okay, so you're gonna have a bartender there who's gonna be serving the beverages, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And are you gonna have wristbands on guests, or how are you gonna tell who's over 21 and who's under 21?
Yes, a wristband. So that way so if somebody, for instance, if somebody goes and asks for a beer, they will have to just show their wristband.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And I see you've got 2 security members that are going to be coming. Do you know who you're going to be using for security?
So yeah, so we have these people that I worked with before to be like at the door.
Okay. Does the board have any questions?
So the people that you work with, I mean, is this a private security company, or are these just random folks who are just going to be there and be in charge of securing?
So yeah, so there's all the people that I worked before, and also like people that I know. So it's not like a company, but it is people that I worked with before. And
responsible adults.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yes, people that I trust. So.
All right. Any additional questions?
And one more. So just so I hear it correctly, are you providing wristbands at the door for those who cannot drink, or for those who will be drinking?
For those who will be allowed to drink, and that's why when I stated I can just show like their arm, so that way we know they actually are allowed to drink.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anything further?
Mr. Chairman, I move we accept this application.
Second.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
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 All right. Your request is granted. Have fun, okay?
Thank you, and I appreciate it. I do apologize for all the inconvenience.
No, not a problem. Not a problem.
Thank you.
All right, we'll now move back to the original order. Item number 19 on the agenda. We have an application for consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property. Peak Social for a wine and spirits tasting tent at the Annapolis Spring Boat Show. This is scheduled for Friday, April 28th through April 30th, 2023 from noon to 6 p.m. Susan Campbell Park, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. And hopefully we've got somebody from Peak Social. Miss Jones, you there? Let's see, Sheila Jones.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep, we got you. Can you turn your camera on? Oh, perfect.
Gosh, sorry about that.
Not a problem, not a problem. Can you just give us your full name and address for the record, please?
Sheila Jones, 1262 Steamboat, Shadyside, Maryland.
Okay, Miss Jones, tell us a little bit about this event, if you don't mind.
Well, this is a tasting that we have every year during the Spring Sailboat Show. And our nonprofit, the nonprofit is Peak Social Foundation. They provide scholarships to needy athletes in the local area. It's a social group. They do volunteer work. And we're doing the same thing we always do. We have a tasting tent that is fenced off. We have an ID checker. You cannot go inside the fence line unless you're 21. And the bartenders are tip certified from the distributors.
All right. You have any issues in the past with this event?
None.
Okay. And no changes at all from last year?
No.
Okay. Board have any questions?
I do. You say the bartenders are provided by the distributor?
Well, I guess by the brands. I sometimes don't know the right terminology, but we're not doing it. They're tip certified bartenders that
And what's the name of the companies?
Oh, you're asking me something I really don't know. But I can get that. Sorry. I don't have the application in front of me.
I think as long as we know and there's an understanding that they are adults and they're tip certified. I mean, that's the most important immediate.
Yes, they are. Yes, we have no desire to not have them.
Yeah, having attended this in the past personally, you guys do a great job. You really do not let anybody in or serve them without alcohol, no matter how many gray hairs you have. So
I know it's true. They card me and I'm like, really?
yeah, no, it's very good. It's very good. So thank you.
Thank you. It's good to know.
So unless anybody else has any questions, I mean, I make a motion to approve this application.
For a second.
I'll second.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
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 All right.
Aye.
Your request is granted.
Thank you.
Have fun. Thanks.
Thanks, Sheila. Take care.
Oh, you too. Come by the show.
All right. The next 4 items are all requests from the Eastport Yacht Club. Claire, are you recusing yourself from these?
I'm recusing myself.
Okay. Not a problem. I'm going to combine items 20, 21, 22, and 23. These are open to the public events request by Eastport Yacht Club. The first is for a spin sheet crew party scheduled for Sunday, April 30th, 2023 from 4 to 6 p.m. The second is for a Leukemia Cup Regatta after party on June 24th, 2023 from 4 to 8 p.m. The third is for the Crab Chesapeake Regional Accessible Boating event scheduled on Saturday, August 19th, 2023 from 4 to 11 p.m. And the fourth and final event is for an annual community event, which is scheduled for Saturday, October 14th, 2023 from 5 to 11 p.m. All events taking place at 317 First Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403. Mr. McQuay, how are you this evening?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good. If you could just give us your full name and address for the record, and then we'll turn it over to you and tell us about these 4 events.
So Robert Daniel McQuay, reside at 7171 Attic Window Way in Columbia, Maryland, 21045.
All right. Go right ahead and tell us about these requests.
Great. These are all annual events that we do every year. The first one is with the Spin Sheet, local magazine that does talks all about racing and sailing in Annapolis. So their crew party will be on April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. It's alcohol service only. They have several 10 staff members that will be at the event and act as security for the event. We will provide somebody at the check-in table to card and wristband people, and then all of our bartenders will be the ones serving as well, to ensure that nobody is underage and consuming alcohol.
All right. How about the next one? The next one that you have, the Leukemia Cup after party.
Yep, the Leukemia Cup, and I apologize, they changed the name. It's now Maryland Races for a Cure, but it's historically been known as the Leukemia Cup. This event, it's a charitable race. It raises money for leukemia research. We've partnered with the University of Maryland to make donations for this. So all proceeds will go to leukemia research, which is a great thing. And this event will be from 4 to 8 on June 24th. We expect about 400 people based on historic attendance. Again, we'll have a check-in table where IDs will be checked, wristbands will be handed out for any persons over 21. And then our bartenders will be bartending the event to make sure that nobody is served underage. We will have one off-duty police officer at the event for security.
All right. And then how about the crab event?
Crab event, very similar, except it's for the Chesapeake Regional Accessible Boating, local organization that is their mission is to get people with disabilities out on the water. So they hold this huge regatta every year. We expect about 500 people to attend this event. It's from 4 to 11. There will be check-in. They have staff that will be there. Our staff will also be there at the check-in table to check IDs, hand out wristbands. Again, our staff, our bartenders will be bartending the event, and we plan to have an off-duty officer at that event that has already been hired by Crab.
All right. And then the last one, just lost it, the name of it.
Yeah, it's the
your community event. Sorry.
Yeah, the boat show party. We call it Party in the Port. And it's on October 14th, which is Saturday of the fall boat show. We expect 800 people to attend the event. It's from 5 to 11. We will have check-in table where we check wristbands and hand out, or check IDs and hand out wristbands. All of our bartenders will be bartending the event to make sure that nobody is served underage. We do hire a private security firm. They're called Public Security LLC to run security for this event, since it's the largest one that we do.
Okay. All right. And you've done all of these in the past, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And in fact, you did all of them last year, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. No issues with any of them. No issues from the neighbors. No issues with any patrons.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. That's the right answer. Does the board have any questions about any of these events?
The only question I have is, Dan, are you pulled over or are you still driving down the road?
I'm traveling. I was in Ocean City for a trade show this morning, and I'm pulled over. I'm at the Tangier outlet right now. So,
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve all.
One quick question: is there no paddleboard? This is kind of outside of the scope of what we're talking about, but is there no paddleboard after party this year?
There is a paddleboard after party. However, it's not a public event.
Oh, that's not an open to the public event.
No, it's only for those who register for the event. So it's.
So I was very concerned.
Yeah, it's no, the East of Maui party will happen. Yeah.
Again, Mr.
I
Chairman,
second.
Okay, yeah, okay. Dick, can you just make the motion again, please?
I move that we approve all 4 events for the Esport Young.
All right.
Second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, the requests are granted. Thanks for being here, Dan.
Thank you.
Keep driving, Dan.
All right, next up, we have a request for consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property at the Stanton Center for a baptism, scheduled on Saturday, April 15th, 2023, from 5 to midnight, 92 West Washington Street, Annapolis, 21401, by a Ravi Sanchez. You there? Who's here for this request tonight? Mr. and Ms. Sanchez, can you hear me?
This is the same thing, Mr. Chair. Let me see if I can contact them.
Okay. All right, well, we'll move along then, and we'll move to item number 25.
Mr. Chair, actually, sorry. Cindy,
Yep.
can you also, do you have a contact you can send me for this one, Cindy? Thank you.
All right, we'll move along to the next item, item number 25, which is a substitution request. We have an application for a substitution of a licensee for Baywoods Cooperative Housing Corporation, trading as Baywoods of Annapolis. The licensee being removed, and the new is going to be a Guy Schaefer, and the new licensee is a Mary McDonald. Who do we have here?
It's Uribe Sanchez.
Mr. Sanchez, we'll get right back to you. I just called the last one, so just sit tight. I'll circle right back to you after this, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so who's here for Baywoods? Mr. Petro?
Petro, yep.
Petro, sorry, Mr. Petro, how are
It's all
you?
right. I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Is Mr. Schaefer or Miss McDonald coming tonight?
Mr. Schaefer actually passed away, so that's
okay.
why the
I'm sorry
license
to hear
is being
that.
removed.
Sorry to
And
hear
Miss
that.
McDonald was not able to. She's actually the sole caregiver for her husband currently.
Okay,
So it's a little
understood.
too late for her.
I understand. If you could tell us a little bit about this request.
Sure. Simple request for our liquor license. Mr. Schaefer passed away in the last year, so the board voted to add Mary Suzanne McDonald to be the new licensee.
Okay, and has Ms. McDonald received copies of this board's rules and regulations and taken a look at them, understands that she could be held responsible for any potential infractions or violations?
Yes, yep.
Okay, all right. I know you guys don't really ever have any infractions or
No.
violations. Yes. And can we just get your full name and address for the record too,
Sure.
Mr. Petro? I'm sorry to skip ahead there.
No worries. My name is Nicholas Petro. My address is 3640 Seaford Court, Pasadena, Maryland, 21122.
All right, now does the board have any questions about this substitution request?
No, just our deepest condolences.
Thank you.
I move that the substitution be accepted.
I'll second.
I'll second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 All right, your request is granted. Thanks for being here, Mr. Petro.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night.
Here, good night.
Good night, sir.
All right, now we will flop back to the baptism request. I'll recall item number 24, an application for consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property at the Stanton Center for a baptism scheduled on Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from 5 to midnight, 92 West Washington Street, Annapolis, 21401. Mr. Sanchez, glad you could be with us. If you could just give us your name and address for the record, please.
Yeah, name is Uribe Sanchez. I live at 253 Coral Drive, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401.
Okay, tell us a little bit about this baptism event.
So yeah, we're having a baptism event for my brothers. It's gonna be just family members and friends that are coming to this event. We will be providing alcohol, and we will have security there checking people's IDs when they come in. We will provide wristbands for everybody that's 21 and over. And for the alcohol distribution, we will have someone there. So it won't be come and grabs. It's somebody's gonna be there handing out the alcohol.
All right, so you've got a bartender there who's checking IDs to hand out the alcohol, right?
We will check IDs before they go into the event.
Okay,
So
right,
then we
right.
get wristbands out.
Okay, right. But what I'm asking, you said that there's going to be somebody there. So what prevents somebody, is that what prevents somebody without a wristband to go in and grab a beer, grab a drink?
Yes, exactly. So if they don't
Okay.
have a wristband, they will not be able to touch any alcohol.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. And you've got 2 security guards that you're hiring. I'm assuming they're going to be at the front door.
So I have a couple of my Army buddies that are going to come and help out with the event.
Okay. Okay. And you're expecting about 150 people?
It's going to be less than that, but we put that number just in case.
Sure. How many of them do you think are going to be under 21?
It's going to be hard to tell. I got a lot of family members.
Okay. Well, you
But
know
like I
the
said,
ones that are, you know everybody who's under 21, right?
Exactly. That's a
Okay.
major part. We're going to know everybody that's in there.
Okay. All right. All right. Does the board have any questions about this event?
No,
I move for approval.
I'll second.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
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 All right, Mr. Sanchez, your request is approved. Have fun. Be safe. All right.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate
Good
it.
luck.
Thank you. All right. Item number 26, we have a request for a substitution of a licensee for WM Enterprises, Inc., trading as Ram's Head Tavern. The licensee to be removed will be Patricia Linthicum, and the new licensee is going to be Mary Muehlhauser. And pull them forward. Mr. Muehlhauser, are you there?
He's muted.
Okay, I think I'm there.
Yep,
There
you're
you
there.
are.
Mr. Muehlhauser, if you could just give us your name and address for the record, please.
Yes, William Muehlhauser, 1026 Von Pfister Street, Key West, Florida, 33040.
All right, and Ms. Muehlhauser, if you could do the same, please.
Sure. Bernadette Muehlhauser, address is 409 Grinstead Road, Severna Park, Maryland, 20146.
And Ms. Ford, your camera's off. Can you get that on?
Yes, I've tried that. There we go. A couple
Oh, there
times.
we go.
I'm sorry.
Great
I'm way
conference
back
table.
in the conference room. It's an odd
Fantastic.
camera. So sorry. Hello.
No problem. Good to see you. If you could just give us your name and address, please.
Absolutely. Susan Ford with Council Baradell, 125 West Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401.
All right, are you the only one in the office right now?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about this substitution?
Absolutely. And thank you, members of the Liquor Board, for your time. So we have an application for Bernadette Muehlhauser to substitute for Patricia Linthicum, who has resigned her corporate position with WM Enterprises, Inc. And Ms. Muehlhauser is here. And we also have the president of WM Enterprises, Inc., Bill Muehlhauser, here. Ms. Muehlhauser has a 1% interest in the corporation of WM Enterprises, Inc. She's a corporate officer. She's well aware of the importance of holding an alcoholic beverage license in the city of Annapolis, and that it's a very serious and important position to have. She has a copy of the rules and regulations. She has reviewed them. And just in general understands that this is an important undertaking. So all the application papers have been submitted. If any members of the board have any questions about them, I'd be glad to answer them. Or if Ms. Muehlhauser or Mr. Muehlhauser could answer any questions, they'd be happy to do so as well.
All right, thank you, Ms. Ford. Does the board have any questions regarding this substitution? No? All right, well then I would make a motion that we approve the substitution.
Second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 All right, your request is granted. Thanks
Thank
for being
you
here
all so
tonight.
much. Have a great
Thank you.
evening, everyone.
Take care.
Have a good,
Thanks.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
You too.
Okay.
All right, and last but not least, item number 27, we have a request to extend the parklet seating with consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property by the Harborside Grill LLC, trading as Latitude 38 for the Annapolis Spring Boat Show, scheduled on April 28th and 29th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and April 30th from 11 to 5 p.m. at 12 Dock Street, Annapolis 21401. And I saw that Mr. Tompkins was here earlier. Mr. Tompkins, are you there?
I am here, yes.
All right, and I see
Can you hear me?
Joe, yep, we got you. And I see a Joe S is also with us. All right, Mr. Tompkins, can you give us your name and address for the record? Full name and address?
It's Raymond Tompkins, 27233 Ridge Road, Damascus, Maryland,
All right.
20872.
And I see a Joe S. Mr. Joe S., could you give us your full name and address for the record too?
Sure, it's Joe Sinkus, Sinkaus. I reside at 127 Eastern Avenue, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403. I'm sorry.
All right, no, not a problem. Mr. Tompkins, why don't you tell us a little bit about this request?
So we are requesting, every year since, because of our location, we buddy up with the Annapolis boat shows in the spring and fall. They put a gate, a fence, as you know, we talked earlier with the boat show, they do a great job of security. They put a fence along the edge of the sidewalk where the sidewalk meets the parking. They put a gate so our patrons and our employees can pass through. And we are requesting to seat, I think there's a diagram on file, requesting to have tables seated in those parking spaces inside the show. Not only will our staff be there to control alcohol, tables will not be able to finish not finish the drink and leave with it. They would have to finish the drink at the table. But the boat show as well will have staff at the gates and entry and exit points. We've recently certified 5 employees with a recent tips class held this week. And we have a ton of staff already with their current tip certification on staff. Not to mention our track record at Latitude 38 is perfect when it comes to the sales of alcohol.
All right. Does the board have any questions about this request?
I'm familiar with this setup, so I move that we approve.
Yeah, I'll second that. I'm familiar as well. You guys do a great job.
All those in favor say aye.
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 All right, your request is granted. Good luck, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. Well, that wraps it up for our regular business. We have a couple things to discuss in an executive session. So I move that we go offline and reconvene in an executive session.
I'll second that.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All righty.